Now let's take a look at some sports. Here's Barong, Tony Uranta.
Thank you, Joma, and welcome to Sports News. The Delta State Governor, Ivory Coast, has inaugurated a 17-man local organizing committee, the LOC, for the 2018 African Senior Athletics Championship. Governor Coast describes sports as a unifying factor, especially amongst the youth, as it engages their energy, ensures peace, and boosts tourism. Still basking in the euphoria of a successful hosting of the 6th edition of the Delta State Sports Festival, he reiterated his administration's commitment to ensuring an excellent championship.
We are definitely on course to be able to host the competition successfully. There is no doubt that some work will need to be done. We are committed to putting all that is necessary to be put in place to ensure a successful competition. And with the caliber of men already announced as membership of the local organizing committee, I'm very confident in myself that we will have a success story.
You have set up an LOC that has men who have knowledge and experience to produce fantastic games, which Africa can be part of. A championship that will drive the private sector. You see a lot of private sector involvement. You see a lot of innovations.
Meanwhile, the chairman of the Lagos State Sports Commission, Mr. Deji Tinubu, has defended the state government's decision to take over the National Stadium in Lagos. He says, aside the sorry state of the stadium, it is the dream of the state government to bring back the international competitions to the once imposing edifice, dubbed the eighth wonder of the world back in the 1970s. And the International Olympic Committee's Evaluation Commission has hailed the Paris 2024 bid presentation as exceptional and well detailed, and that's at the end of the opening day of the three-day visit to the French capital. However, Chair of the Commission, Mr. Patrick Baumann, was careful not to put Paris ahead or behind its only rival, Los Angeles, which was visited by the Evaluation Commission earlier this week. The IOC evaluation team will be taken to almost all the potential Olympic venues before another day of discussions with the bid committee. And Super Eagles striker Olarinwaju Kayode has been ruled out of the team's friendly against Coriska on May the 26th in Ajaccio due to club duty. The league in Austria will be rounded up on May the 28th, 2 days after the Coriska friendly, which is not in the FIFA friendly window. Kayode debuted for the Super Eagles in March as a substitute against Senegal in a friendly in London. He is also featured for Nigeria at the under-17, under-20 and Olympic team levels. And the undefeated heavyweight champion, Anthony Joshua, is most likely to fight again in November as promoter Eddie Hearn considers venues in Wales, America, China and Dubai for the next world title defense. The WBA Super and IBF heavyweight champion could soon learn whether Klitschko will take a rematch after Joshua's stunning 11th round stoppage win at Wembley last month. After attracting a 90,000 crowd to Wembley, promoter Hearn has been assessing other iconic locations for Nigeria's Joshua's next fight, including the stadium in Cardiff and venues in Las Vegas. And that's it on Sports News for tonight. Ijoma will be back with the wrap.
Thanks, Barong. The Ivorian government has promised to maintain a firm line in its handling of the ongoing standoff with mutinous soldiers. Government spokesperson Muro Kone said he had made some contact with the rebelling soldiers, but that no negotiations were underway, though there was also a military option. The soldiers had been on the streets of 3 major cities protesting unpaid bonuses. They said they would not give up their demands as agreed with the government in January. Shooting restarted at the barracks in a suburb of Abidjan, and banks are closed across the country, and the army has sealed off roads in the capital. And the French President Emmanuel Macron has met with German Chancellor Angela Merkel in Germany. During a press conference after their meeting in Berlin, he called for a historic restructuring of Europe, which he said is the only reaction to fight populism. Ms. Merkel said both had a joint conviction that they needed to deepen the European Union as they deal with the Brexit issue. Meanwhile, the French president is expected in Mali this week, where he'll visit the French troops. France has a 3,000-strong force fighting against Islamist militants in 5 countries in the Sahel. They are Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, Chad and Mauritania. And the main news again. The House of Representatives Committee on Appropriation today summoned the Finance Minister, Mrs. Kemi Adeosun, for failing to appear or submit written memorandum during the public hearing on procurement abuses. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thank you so much for staying with us. I'm Ijoma Onyato. Good night.